The Legend of the Seven Rivers of Growth. Long ago, in a land where the mountains kissed the skies and valleys cradled rivers, there was a young dreamer named Kai. At 21, Kai was restless, yearning to uncover the secret to wealth, not just riches, but a life of meaning, balance, and fulfillment. Despite his ambition, Kai often felt lost, as if standing at the edge of an endless sea of possibilities. One fateful day, Kai encountered a wise woman named May while exploring the forest. She held an ancient staff and spoke with a calm, timeless voice.
"You seek wealth,"
she said.
"but wealth is not what you think it is. It is not just gold or fame, but the harmony of life itself. Come with me, and I will show you the seven rivers of growth."
Intrigued, Kai followed May deep into the forest. They came upon a vast landscape with 7 distinct rivers, each flowing in its unique way. The River of Wisdom. The first river Kai saw was wild and unruly. Its waters surged violently, crashing against rocks and tearing at the banks. On the riverbank, a man named Darian stood waist-deep, pushing against the current with all his might.
"I must tame this river.
Darian cried.
Only then will I find success."
Kai watched as Darian strained and struggled, yet the river's force remained unstoppable. May explained,
"This is the river of wisdom. Darian's efforts teach us that while effort is necessary, wisdom lies in knowing when to adapt and when to let go. Life's currents cannot be forced, but they can be navigated."
Kai nodded, realizing how often he had resisted change, exhausting himself in battles he couldn't win. The River of Reflection. Next, they came to a river that barely moved. The water was thick, murky, and lifeless. A man named Jalen sat by its edge, gazing into the stillness.
"I'll wait for the river to move,"
Jalen said.
"There's no need to act now."
May shook her head.
"This is the river of reflection. Reflection is valuable, but it must lead to movement. Patience and timing are important, but inaction leads to stagnation. True wealth requires thoughtful action, even in uncertainty."
Kai reflected on the times he had delayed action, blaming circumstances instead of stepping forward. The River of Timing. The third river flowed swiftly, its waters turbulent and restless. A young woman named Lila sprinted along the riverbank, frantically gathering rocks to build a bridge.
"I must cross before the river changes,"
Lila shouted. She stumbled, spilling the rocks into the river, only to start again in desperation. May turned to Kai.
"This is the river of timing. Lila's passion is admirable, but timing is crucial in life. Acting too soon or without preparation can cause setbacks. The I Ching teaches us to act in harmony with life's rhythms."
Kai felt a pang of recognition. How often had he rushed into decisions, chasing immediate results, only to face unnecessary obstacles? The River of Abundance. The fourth river sparkled like gold in the sunlight, its surface reflecting riches beyond imagination. A merchant named Tobias stood by its edge, hauling buckets of water onto his cart.
"Tobias, why do you gather so much?"
Kai asked.
"To ensure I always have more than anyone else,"
Tobias replied. As his cart grew heavier, Tobias struggled to move it. May sighed.
"This is the river of abundance. Abundance doesn't come from hoarding, it comes from sharing and balance. True wealth is not weighed down by greed. It grows when you understand what is enough and give generously."
Kai thought about the times he had chased material wealth, forgetting the joy of generosity and the value of relationships. The River of Courage. The fifth river was cloaked in mist, its waters dark and unknowable. A woman named Elena stood trembling on the shore.
"What's wrong?"
Kai asked.
"I'm afraid of what's in the water.
Elena whispered.
What if it's dangerous?"
May explained.
"This is the river of courage. Fear is natural, but it must not dictate your life. Courage allows you to step into uncertainty, trusting the flow of life and growing through its challenges."
Kai felt a deep connection to Elena's hesitation. recalling the moments he had let fear stop him from pursuing his dreams. The River of Humility. The sixth river flowed smoothly, but on its banks stood a proud man named Victor. He wore fine clothes and carried an air of superiority.
This river flows because of me.
Victor boasted.
Without my presence, it would stop.
May smiled.
This is the river of humility. Victor's belief blinds him to the truth. Life flows with or without his efforts. The I Ching teaches us to respect the flow of life, embrace humility, and recognize that we are part of something greater than ourselves.
Kai reflected on his own pride, wondering how often it had clouded his perspective and prevented him from learning from others. The River of Balance. Finally, May led Kai to the seventh river. Its waters were clear and calm, flowing gracefully between its banks. Here, a man named Max moved with the river, using its flow to nurture crops, power mills, and bring life to his community.
How do you do this?
Kai asked. Max smiled.
I don't fight the river or avoid it. I respect its flow. The I Ching teaches that life is changed like this river. Wealth comes from aligning with its rhythm, adapting, acting with purpose, and knowing when to let the current guide you.
May added,
This is the river of balance, the ultimate path. By embracing change, respecting life's flow, and living with humility, one can find peace, growth, and true abundance.
The Lesson of the Rivers. As they left the rivers, Kai reflected on what he had learned. 1. Effort is vital, but resistance must be tempered with adaptability. 2. Reflection is necessary, but it must lead to meaningful action. 3. Timing is everything. Rushing leads to chaos, but patience leads to growth. 4. True abundance comes from balance and generosity. 5. Courage is essential to overcome fear and embrace life's challenges. 6. Humility opens the door to wisdom and connection with others. 7. Balance is the ultimate path to peace and prosperity. Kai returned home not with a treasure chest, but with a deeper understanding of wealth. It wasn't about fighting or avoiding life, but about flowing with its currents. From that day on, he lived with intention, courage, and balance, letting the wisdom of the 7 rivers guide him toward a life of true abundance. Like this video? Hit like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thank you for watching, and may your journey be filled with happiness, success, and magical moments. See you in the next video.